interpolation with unequal interval. Okay. Up to last class, all those problems having the argument values with an equal interval. Okay. So let's start. If the entries are unequal, in general cases like for the laboratory tests, experiments, such like problems, it's not possible to all the case to maintain an equal interval. Suppose you are taking the reading from a machine with respect to for a very simple load deflection. Okay, with an increment of load or deflection, you will measure deflection, you are measuring the load. So for screen sharing is post. Okay. So for these types of problems, it's sometimes not possible to maintain the exact equal interval. So if you face a data set with an unequal intervals for like this, suppose f of x is equal to this is a function. So for these functions, the argument values having like x0, x1, x2 up to xn, and the corresponding function value or the entry values are like this up to function of xn, where these are not in equal space. So the divided difference it can be defined as the difference in the between two successive values. Okay. In these cases, the difference, suppose the difference are the not equal. So here you will get one difference, another difference. So there is no specific h value for these corresponding arguments. So for these types of problems, we are called the divided difference formula. Okay. So for these types, today we will basically discuss one thing, only one method, the Lagrange interpolation. So let's first start the difference table. How to form the difference table? Uh, we can show the difference table as before. So it's in a table. The arguments, here you will find some argument and with some entry value as well. Entry, the arguments will be like x, and this is function of x. Okay. So x is 0, x1, x2 up to, okay, let's start with up to x3, and that's enough, I think. So this is your argument and corresponding functions f of x0. So these are the known values to you, x3. So these are the known value.
স্যার কি ডিসকানেক্টেড হয়ে গেল?
স্যার শোনা যায় না।
So let's restart again. Actually, the internet connection was lost, so let's have some problems. So we can resume from this point. The argument and the entry values we have. So what will be the first difference? The first divided difference. The first divided difference, we can note it as del f of x. This is your first divided difference. So from these two, we will get a first divided difference. This will be nothing but a function of x0 and x1. Again, from these two, this will be a function of x1 and x2. Later we will show how to calculate these function values. So, and the third one, from these two, we will get a function of x2 and x3. Again, the second divided difference del square f of x. So these will be from these two and these two. You will get to the two second divided difference. This will be a function of x0, x1, and x2. This will be a function of x1, x2 up to x3. Finally, the last one, third divided difference, that will be del cube f of x. You will get only one entry, function of x0 to x1, x2 up to x3. So let's show how to calculate these values. So how will you calculate these divided differences? The formula for calculating these differences, the first one, function of x0 x1. So this is simply function of x1 minus function of x0 divided by x1 minus x0. So look at here. So you are calculating the first difference from these two values. So as there is no equal step, okay, there is no equal step. So the h we will use here x1 minus x0 divided by function of x1 minus x0 divided by x1 minus x2. Okay. So similarly, what will be the f of x2 x3? This will be simply f of x3 minus f of x2 divided by x3 minus x2. Okay. Parallelly, x1 x2, the second order. This will be also function of x2 minus function of x1 divided by x2 minus x1. Only the mathematical operations. So again, if you go for the second difference, this is function of x0, x1 and x2. So how to calculate this? For this problem, let's start um, this one. Okay, you have already these two values, so we will put function of x1, x2. This is a known value minus function of x0, x1. This is also a known value divided by x2 minus x0. So here is three term x0, x1, x2. So here we will use only x2 minus x0, that means two exterior values. At the same way, if you need to calculate this one, function of x0, x1, x2 up to x3. So what will be the values? This will be x3 minus x0 divided and f of x0, x1, x2. That means this term minus this term. Okay, and you will find the third difference. So let's explain with an numerical example. Suppose here is a, let's start an example from the above concept. If we can solve an example, our concept will be clear. It will help us. This is your x column, next column y. Okay, so let's have value x is equal to 4, y is equal to 48. This is a first data set. Then x is equal to 5, 7, 10, 11 and 13. Corresponding values of function 100, then 294, 900, 1210 divided by, and another one is 2080, sorry, 2028. So this is a data set, and here the x values have no equal interval. That means 4, 5, 7, 10, 11 and 30. So for the first difference here, what will be the first difference? The first difference will be like this. Okay, x1 minus x0 divided by function of x1 minus x0 divided by x1 minus x0. That means like this. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I value, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We starts from 0. So here 100 minus 48 divided by corresponding 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4 is 100 minus 48. This is 52. Next one, 294 minus 100 divided by 7 minus 5. Okay, this yields 97. Then Next one, 900 minus 294. The problems are very easy, only some mathematical operations, and this will give you 202. And next one, 1210 minus 900, and this divided by 11 minus 10, so you will find 310. The last one, 2028 minus divided by 13 minus 11, so this will 409. Okay, the first difference, this is complete. And next, for the second divided difference, for second divided difference, let's start. So here 97 minus 52 divided by, so here divided by what? Look at this, 5 minus 4, 7 minus 5. Okay, so these two are common, so you will take this one minus this one. This is a simple technique, 7 minus 4. Okay, these two value. Next one, 202 minus 97 divided by, here 7 minus 5, 10 minus 7, so you will take these two values, that means 10 and 5, that means 10 minus 5. Next one, 310 minus 202 divided by 11 minus 7. Okay, and the last one, 409 minus 310, 11 minus 10, and then 13 minus 11, so you will get always the second one and first one. The common one is eliminated, and second one minus first one, that means 13 minus 10. So you will find some numerical values here, 15, 21, 27, 33. Simple calculation. Okay, and again the second one is complete. So now it stands for the third difference. So for third difference, the procedure is same, that means 21 minus 15, and here in denominator take this one and this one, that means 10 minus 4, second one minus first one. Similar, 27 minus 21, 11 minus 5. Okay, 33 minus 27 divided by 13 minus 7. So in all case you will find the value 1, and next case here 1 minus 1, and nothing is required because it is totally 0. Again from these two you will get another 0. Okay, so look at this. You never need to memorize these things, like these mathematicals, symbols and notations, or the operations. Nothing is required to memorize. Just simply follow the technique while forming the table. Once you form the table, and then we will show how to use the Lagrange interpolation formula. Actually, for Lagrange interpolation formula, and another we have another formula. This is the Newton's divided difference formula, first one, and then we will go for the Lagrange interpolation formula. So for the Newton divided difference formula, first we have prepared the divided difference table. Okay, this is our divided difference table. And in this table, just simply we will start from here, from the first one. Here you will use these two terms. Okay, the first, these two terms. So 100 minus 48 divided by 5 minus 4, and continues, we will go from up to the last end. And thereafter, for the second difference, come to here, and second term minus first term, that means 97 minus 52, and we will follow the these patterns. Okay, so we use 97, 52, and here you can show these terms are common. So we will eliminate this. We use 7 minus 4, and for the next one also 10 minus 5, 11 minus 7, 13 minus 10. Again, when we go for the third order, the same technique, these values will be used. Okay. So by using this technique, you can complete the divided difference table. And now, so how many participants? 96. Good enough. So now I will not show any example. Just I will show the technique, and then you will go. It will be a self study to use the Newton divided difference formula for some numerical example. Newton's divided difference formula. So the Newton divided difference formula for finding any unknown value. Suppose x is unknown. Okay, for x value, f of x is equal to what? So you need to value, and yeah, here you have the values x0. This is your x0, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Okay, corresponding function of x0 to x5. Okay, this may be up to xn. Okay, so if x is unknown, so for any values of x, we need to interpolate the corresponding y value. So f of x will be function of x0 plus simply x minus x0 function of x0 x1 plus x minus x0 x minus x1 function of x0 x1 x2 plus this will be continue up to x minus x0 x minus x1 x2 up to x minus x n minus 1 multiplied by function of x0 x1 up to xn. So this is actually nothing. We are here simply picking the values for the coefficient. We are simply taking the values from the upper diagonal. Okay, simply for the first term, this is f of x0 x1, this is nothing but 52. Okay, and second, f of x0 x1 and x2, this is nothing but 15. Okay, and up to nth time, that means always the coefficient is will be successively uh, your successive coefficients are the upper diagonal coefficients from this table. And f of x0, this one, f of x0, f of x0 is known. Okay, x minus x0, here x0 is known. Okay, x0 is 4. So for I want to know for x is equal to 8, f of x is equal to what? So you need to solve for x is equal to 8. So f of x0 is known. Here x, you will put x is equal to 8, x0 known, this is known from the table, x again known, x0, x, x1, all these values are known. So after putting all these value, you will simply find a result. Okay, so this is the Newton's divided difference formula. Using this equation, you can use find the uh, any values within this data series having unequal interval. And then next one, another formula we will discuss, the Lagrange interpolation formula. This is also for unequal interval. The Lagrange interpolation formula. So for Lagrange interpolation formula, let's start. Lagrange interpolation formula. Actually, no data table or the difference table is required for this Lagrange interpolation formula. You need simply the x and y values. Okay, simply x and y data series is enough. X0, x1, x2 up to xn, y0, y1 up to yn. This is enough. So in Lagrange interpolation formula, if you need to find any value of y corresponding to x unknown, so here is for any unknown values of x, this is we will form as a function of x. So suppose here is a data set for these problems also. So you need to know x is equal to for x is equal to 8, what will be the value of the function x or y. So for these types of problem, use if you use the Lagrange interpolation formula, you need to go for a long numerical calculation. The first one will be x minus x1, the first term, that means x minus x1, x minus x2 multiplied by x minus x2. This will go up to x minus xn. Here x is known, so for which point you are going to calculating a value, and multiplied by y0. This is your first term of the equation. In Lagrange interpolation, simply you need to memorize the technique of these equations, nothing else, and then you will put the values from your data set as well as the no unknown value. And the next term, x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2 up to x0 minus xn, plus the second term. So this term is for y0 multiplied by y0. So for this term, obviously it will be multiplied by y1, and the upper portion will be x minus x0, x minus x2, x minus up to x minus xn, multiplication, and this portion x1 minus x0, x1 minus 2 up to x1 minus xn. Okay, the third term plus this will be continue, and I am going for the last terms multiplied by y and nth term, that means x minus x0, x minus x1 up to x minus x n minus 1 up to n minus 1, and here x n minus x0, x n minus x1. This will go up to x n minus x minus 1. Okay, so suppose if you have x up to x5, for an example, up to x5, so how many terms will appear here in these equations? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5. Okay, so it will depends on your data set. Suppose you have the 1, 2, 3, x4, that means suppose you have the up to x5, that means 6 data series, n is equal to 6. So if your number of data series is 6, you will get the 6 terms in this equation. So while writing this equation, here also an harmony. So for the first terms, consider the first one, this term. Okay, how will you memorize this? This will be for the y0. Okay, first one will for multiplied by y0. So if you multiply by y0 in upper portion, so x minus x0, x always common, x minus. So you have a series in previous problems also. The series is like x minus x0 multiplied by x minus x1 multiplied by x minus x2 dot dot up to x minus xn. Okay, so if you go for the zero order, that means y0 corresponding, so simply these terms will be removed. Okay, that means if you write the first terms, that means for y0 there will be no x0, that means this is eliminated, so you will write x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3 and up to x minus xn. And in the lower portion simply replace the x corresponding x0, that means you are writing for y0, so simply use 0, x will be x0, this x will be x0, up this will be x0. Okay, clear. Next, for the second terms, this is for the y1. So in this case we will not write this term. Okay, look at here, x minus x0, then x minus x2. So as this one is for y1, so these terms will be disappeared. Okay, and it will goes up to x minus xn. And denominator simply replace, as this one is for the y1, so simply replace all the x values by the 1, that means this x will be x1, this will be x1, this is also x1. Okay, clear. See, and for the yn, that means nth terms, x minus x up to, so in this case, for the last term, for the last terms, that means we are solving, writing the term for the yn, so these will be disappeared. So the immediate term of x minus xn, this is nothing but x minus x n minus 1. Okay, the previous one, so you will read right up to n minus 1. And sim again, for the denominator, simple technique, replace all the x corresponding to this value, that means yn corresponding value is xn, so replace all the x value with xn, this is xn up to xn minus n minus 1. Okay, so if you apply the technique, it's very easy for you to remember the equation. So once you can write this equation, Lagrange interpolation equation, for if you have 3 terms or 4 or term of data set, so you will simply write the value, the equation. After writing the equation, just simply put the value. Okay, you will simply put the value, and here is a long calculation, so it is advised for all of you to calculate one by one term. That means first calculate this one, right, you write here, calculate this value right here, multiplied by y0 plus another 2 value multiplied by y1 and so on. And next term you calculate this one. Okay, this is one value plus another value plus blah blah blah, and then you will get the value of y. Okay, simple. I will give you a problem for self study. I am not so let's solve a problem. Workout example like this, x and y value 5, 6, 9, 11. Okay, 12, 13, 14 and 16. So this is your value. Find y is equal to what for x is equal to 10. Okay, if your x is equal to 10, so what will be the value of y using the Lagrange interpolation formula? So we know the basic of Lagrange interpolation formula, that means y is equal to f of x. Okay, so I am not, the equation is already here. So as the equation is already here, you will simply put the values. First one is for y0, that means 12, and the first term was x minus, our general is x minus x0 x minus x1, x minus x2. Here you have four term. That means this is x0, x1, x2 up to x3. Okay, that means it will x minus x3 up to this. So for the first term you will remove x minus x0. That means the first one is removed. That means x is equal to 10. So you will write 10 minus, this is not applicable. That means x minus x1. X1 is 6. 10 minus 6. Then 10 minus 9 multiplied by x minus x. That means 10 minus 11 divided by x0. Okay, 12 corresponding is 5. So just replace all the x value with 5. That means 5 minus 6, 5 minus 9, 5 minus 11. Okay, again the second term. So for this case x1, that means this one is removed. Corresponding this is 13. So multiplied by 13, x is equal to 10. That means 10 minus 5, 10 minus 9, 10 minus 11 divided by, as this one is not applicable, so you will have three term. In each case there is three term, and in this case replace x by x1. Okay, 13 corresponding value is 6. So 6 minus 5 multiplied by 6 minus 9 multiplied by 6 minus 11 plus another term. This one is for 14. 14. So in this case we will not use x2 value. That means here it will be x is 10. That means 10 minus 5, 10 minus 6, 10 minus x2 is 9. So this is one is omitted. 10 minus 11. In bottom portion corresponding value is 9. So 9 minus 5, 9 minus 6, 9 minus 11. Another term, this one will be for 16. So multiplied by 16, and for this term we will not use this one. That means x minus x3. So the value will be sorry, simply 10 minus 5, 10 minus 6, 10 minus 9 up to this, and last corresponding x3 is 11. So simply use 11 minus 5 multiplied by 11 minus 6, 11 minus 9. So 1 2 3 4, the fourth term. If you simply now calculate all this value after some steps, successive steps, you will get the value of y. Okay, so the procedure is very easy. You just need to uh, memorize the equation only. Look at this. For the Lagrange interpolation, you have four data set, x0, x1, x2 up to x3. So if you have the four number of data series, in each case you will get three terms, multiplication, three terms of x minus x0 up to x minus xn, three terms, and similarly three terms, and it goes up to, and in the numerator and denominator it will give the three terms, and if the total n is equal to 4 here, so you will get the four single individual terms. This one is first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. So using these four terms, after the simple calculation, you will get the value of y. Okay, so up to this, this is the ending of numerical interpolation. And hopefully in next class we will go for numerical differentiation, numerical integration, etc. Okay, so if anyone have any question, you can ask now.
স্যার আমাদের সিলেবাস আর কতটুকু বাকি স্যার?
কি অবস্থা, তোমরা কি আসো না সবাই ঘুমাচ্ছ?
স্যার আসি স্যার।
হুম, ভিডিও অন করে দিয়ে ক্লাস অন করে দিয়ে সবাই চলে গেছো নাকি?
না স্যার।
না স্যার। স্যার একটা কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল।
ওই কারো দেখি কোনো খবর নাই, আসো তোমরা?
স্যার আছে স্যার।
দেখা যাচ্ছে।
আসি স্যার আসি।
আচ্ছা, তো যাই হোক, এই পর্যন্ত নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন দুইটা পার্ট আমরা পড়াইলাম। একটা হচ্ছে ইকুয়াল ইন্টারভাল যদি থাকে সেটা কিভাবে হয়। আচ্ছা, তোমরা কথা বললে শোনা কেন যাবে না? স্পিকার তো অন করা, স্পিকার সিস্টেম সাউন্ড তো শোনা যাচ্ছে না, সামথিং।
স্যার একটা কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল।
স্যার আমাদেরকে শুনতে পাচ্ছে না।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ শোনা যাচ্ছে, সরি আমার ইয়ে ছিল, আমার মিউট ইয়ে করা ছিল, ভলিউম লো করা ছিল। আচ্ছা, তো ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে যেটা বলতেছি সেটা হচ্ছে তোমাদের লাস্ট পর্যন্ত এই লাস্ট কয়েকটা ক্লাস মানে 5 বা 6টা ক্লাস হচ্ছে আমরা নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন শিখলাম, ইকুয়াল ইন্টারভাল এবং আনইকুয়াল ইন্টারভাল দুইটা ক্ষেত্রে আমরা শিখলাম, তাই তো? তো এই দুইটা ক্ষেত্রে কিভাবে তোমরা প্রবলেম সলভ করে, কিভাবে ডিফারেন্স টেবল ফর্ম করে, এইগুলা মোটামুটি আমরা শিখলাম। তো এই পর্যন্ত ছিল আমাদের নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন, একটা লম্বা 4টা 5টা লেকচার নিয়ে। তো এই সবগুলা মেথড তোমরা পড়বা। এই সবগুলা মেথড তোমরা পড়বা, কিভাবে প্রবলেম সলভ করতে হয়, ইকুয়েশন গুলো কিভাবে লিখতে হয়, কিভাবে টেবল ফর্ম করতে হয়, টেবল থেকে কিভাবে ডাটাগুলো পিক করতে হয়, প্লাস ওই ইকুয়েশনের পলিনোমিয়াল ইকুয়েশন যেটা হয় সেই ইকুয়েশনের কোন কয়টা টার্ম থাকে এবং কোন টার্মটা কিভাবে লিখতে হয়, এই পর্যন্ত। ঠিক আছে? আর কোন ইকুয়েশন কখন ইউজ হবে ইন্টারপোলেশনের জন্য লাস্ট পর্যন্ত ছিল, কোনটা কখন সুইটেবল সেটাও তোমাদেরকে একটু মনে রাখতে হবে। তো ওভারঅল এই সবগুলা বিষয় যদি মাথায় রাখতে পারো, আশা করি তোমরা হচ্ছে পারবা। তো আমি যেটা বলবো সেটা হচ্ছে তোমরা কিছুদিন বাসায় একটু প্র্যাকটিস করো। নেক্সট হয়তো আমি একটা এক্সাম নিব, এক্সামটা ডিফারেন্ট হইতে পারে। সবাইকে যে একই প্রবলেম দিব নট নেসেসারি। এক্সাম বা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট একটা মিক্স মোডে থাকবে, একটা সার্টেন সময় দিব, ওর ভিতরে তোমরা টাস্কটা করে কমপ্লিট করে দিতে হবে। তো এটা এখানে একটা কথা থাকে, এটা যেহেতু ম্যাথমেটিক্যাল পার্ট, এখানে তোমাদেরকে ক্যালকুলেটর লাগবে, তাই না?
জি স্যার।
বাসায় আছে ক্যালকুলেটর? নিয়ে গেছো নাকি সব রেখে চলে গেছো?
স্যার নিউমেরিক্যালের জন্য স্যার অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা দিলে ভালো, কারণ স্যার আমাদের স্যার সবার স্যার মানে ম্যাথ করে স্যার ক্যালকুলেটর দিয়ে স্যার মানে ওই টাইমটায় স্যার মানে অনেক প্রেশার আসে স্যার, তখন স্যার মানে ভুল হওয়ার সম্ভাবনা স্যার অনেক বেশি থাকে। এট এ টাইম স্যার
না,
দেওয়াটা
এটা
ঝামেলা।
আসলে সিম্পল, অনেক ক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু তোমার লাগেও না, সিম্পল হয়, ডিপেন্ড করে আর কি প্রবলেমের উপর। আচ্ছা দেখে আমি প্রবলেমটা এমন ভাবে সেট করব যাতে হচ্ছে তোমরা পারো মোটামুটি, সেটা আমি খেয়াল রেখেই সেট করব, কাজেই ওটা নিয়ে চিন্তা করতে হবে না। বাট হয়তো বা আনলিমিটেড টাইম দিব না, একটা লিমিটেড টাইম দিব। লিমিটেড টাইমের ভিতরে তোমাদেরকে করতে হবে, ওইভাবে আমি প্রবলেমটা সেট করে দিব যাতে অ্যাটলিস্ট তোমাদের প্র্যাকটিস হয় আর কি। ওই জন্যই আমি চাচ্ছি। ঠিক আছে? তো সেটা
সিলেবাসটা কি হবে স্যার?
সিলেবাসটা হবে তোমার নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন পুরোটাই। গুগল ক্লাসরুমে দেখবে যে নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন নামে আমি একটা টপিক খুলছি, তো ওই টপিকে 5টা বা 6টা লেকচার, মানে মোটামুটি পুরোটাতে নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন। তো ওইটাই তোমরা মাথায় রাখবা পুরাটাই। হুম।
জি স্যার।
দ্যাট মিন্স যেহেতু এটা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট টাইপের বা ওপেন, তোমাকে এখনই কিছু মেমোরাইজ করতে হচ্ছে না।
নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন কি আজকে শেষ হয়েছে?
হ্যাঁ, আজকে শেষ।
তার মানে এই কয়দিনের এই লেকচার গুলো?
হ্যাঁ, এই কয়দিনে যতখানি হইলো মোটামুটি এতখানি নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন। এরপরে নেক্সট ক্লাসে আমরা যাব নিউমেরিক্যাল তোমার ইন্টিগ্রেশন। ফার্স্ট আমরা ডিফারেন্সিয়েশনটা দেখব, দেন হচ্ছে নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশন। ওকে, তো নিউমেরিক্যাল ইন্টারপোলেশনে তোমাদের কয়টা লেকচার দাও আমি একটু দেখি। টপিক 1 2 3 4টা, আজকে নিয়ে 5টা টপিক হবে। ঠিক আছে, তো ঠিক আছে, আজকের ক্লাস এই পর্যন্তই। যারা অ্যাবসেন্ট আছে সবাইকে একটু ইনফর্ম করে দিও, আমিও ক্লাসরুমে হয়তোবা নোটিফিকেশন দিয়ে দিব। তো মোটামুটি পড়ালেখা করো আর কি একটু। ঠিক আছে,
আসসালামু আলাইকুম স্যার।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।